Hello, back to another video. It's been a while since I've made the video. Last time I made a video was about my SMMA day, I would say, and since then it has changed quite a lot. Now here in my screen, I can show you some of the results so far this year of like actually the whole year since I started, but also since I started SMMA. You can definitely see that. Here with the graph, you can see the appointments that I set to for the sales calls that I set. So I had 578 appointments done, pretty much 700 fixed, but some of them were no shows and canceled, all that stuff. So I got quite a lot of knowledge. So from those 500 and quite a lot of deals made throughout this process, you can definitely see that in the beginning. This is when I first started outreaching. So it was pretty much in February. It was a slow journey here. I didn't have a lot of events, you can see. And then it kind of started coming a bit up during the period of June. So in the beginning of June, because I just stopped university for a while because it was the holiday season, and then I went full time into the agency, and here I was doing like 40 between 20 and 40 appointments a week, which was pretty nice. Um, and then I stopped, like, kind of slowed down again because I went on holidays, and then I restarted again without with a different process actually that I'm doing now, which is quite consistent. We have a consistency, but I now use a one call close. And previously I was doing a two call close, so meaning having a 15-minute appointment and then a 45-minute one. Now I do only one. That's pretty much the close. So yeah, I just wanted to show you some of the appointments that I set, just for you to see that it's possible to do a lot of appointments if you have the right strategy. And I want to basically give you three general advices that will be really important for developing a good um, activity in SMMA, in the agency space, but also coaching spaces, everything that needs to set appointments pretty much online. You should have this in mind all the time. First thing is have a target that you want to achieve every single day. What do I mean by this? Well, basically, you should have something to aim for, right? If I go in my tracking, you can see that I have a tracking for my outreach, okay? And I've been tracking it since the beginning. And you can see here the outreach since not since the beginning, since May. So that's when I started seeing the most results and the meetings that I set, every single month. So you can see here, August was a bit slow, but September once again, uh, October again, November, and all of those metrics are really important for you to have, so that you can see how many outreaches you made, discovery calls, scheduled sales calls, how many people show up, how much money you made, all that stuff. So every single day, it's really important to do this. And this is the first thing. First thing is really set yourself a target. My initial target was 100 DMs, so 100 messages on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. So you set yourself this target that you'll try to get every single day. And then once you get it consistently and you do it so every single day, you probably will be a genius on it. Being you're not even going to be thinking about what to send, because you already have a script, you already have a framework that works because you've done it for so long. So right now you can see that I've been doing this for since, I mean, May. I started with 60, right? And then I increased by 100. Now I'm already at 300. But in the beginning, it was really slow, right? You didn't know what to do. Didn't know what the framework was. You were a bit skeptical of approaching people, but you should, because that's how you do business. And so every single day you set a target and you try to achieve it, a minimal target. That's what I do. It's a minimum target, and you track it. That's the first thing. So kind of two things in the same thing. So getting um, the messages done, right? Sending messages every single day. Block 2 hours a day or 3 hours or whatever. I say messages, but you could do the same thing with cold calling, with emails, whatever. Just set yourself this time block and do it. Just do that. Okay? That's the most important thing you can do for your business, especially in the beginning. And then after this, you have to track it. So what I do normally is before sleeping, I track what I did during the day in outreach, sales. That's the most important metrics, right? How much money you made in this day, closes, all that stuff. And also plan the next day, right? Plan your day, plan how your goals will be your targets again, and all this is a work in progress. It's not going to be one day and it's done. It's going to be a long time. You have to really start thinking like an entrepreneur, not like making like quick bucks, but look at the long run. So for me, it's long run is 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years, even more than that. Because if you want to have a stable business, you have to do this. Okay. So tracking the results, um, sending the messages, tracking the results. So that's 2 steps kind of. And then what's important is having a sales conversion right. Okay, because I can show you I've made quite a lot of appointments here. You can see that I made 500 something appointments. It's a lot of appointments that you make, and I think there's this saying about Alex Hormozy talks about this as well, which basically it's the output, it's the skill times the leverage, and this leverage, it's the volume times the skill, and the skill is a form of leverage, right? You could do the same thing with hiring people to do that work, the volume of work that you need. But in the beginning, you're gonna be sucking. You're gonna suck. Okay, nobody's gonna be perfect. Um, and then with the time that you put in, developing the scripts, developing the sales scripts, developing the approach of making the sale, and your mindset as well when coming to the sale. Detaching from the sale is really important as well. So all of these things you're going to learn by doing. Um, if I want to give you some tips about sales, so it's the third part I would say of this structure, which is the most important thing. So everything you do is to have a sales call. Okay, and in this sales call, the most important thing is getting the money, right? But it seems counterintuitive, but you shouldn't think like that. You should think, how can I solve the problem for this person? Because then the person will, if she understands the problem that they have, if they understand that you can solve them, and if they also understand that if they don't do anything, they won't solve this problem, then you have a sale. Okay, so you should detach from the sale. What I should also advise, or what I do normally, is coaching. Okay, getting coached by people that are already where you are, that you want to go, basically. So those people are already have been through everything you are going through. Sorry, and so the best thing is really get advice from those people and just master this game. Just enjoy the process. I think the best thing that I've made, the best money I've invested so far was in coaching. So people that already did what I did, what I'm doing, and so getting advices from those people is really important. Now, something that I also think is important is having this sales really well done. I started in the beginning with a 2-call close. I think it's not the way to go, because you waste quite a lot of time and you give the chance to the prospect to leave for the second call and not show up. And that's what happened for me. In the beginning, I had a lot of calls that were no shows. Basically, people didn't show up for the second call. Of course, you have some certain techniques to make them come to the second call, but I prefer always to close on for one call only, and just go for the close. I think it would be the best thing. Now, with those 3 things in mind, just to summarize everything that I've done so far. So first thing is block a time in your calendar every single day and set a target to achieve a certain amount of outreaches every day, either emails, cold calls, DMs, even looms, whatever you prefer, whatever you want to be the best at, right? Now, with that being said, every day after doing those things, you're going to have to track those results, to track how many outreaches you did, how many sales calls you did, how many appointments showed up, how many offers you could make, how many all of those offers, how many you could convert them into clients, and how much money you made basically that day. All this is really important to have tracked. That's why there's a template that I did basically to track everything. Third thing is having the best sales process that you can. Now, in the beginning, you're not going to have because you're going to suck, and that's normal. And with the time, you'll be better, okay? But in the beginning, try to have a script where, I mean, I can quickly summarize the 5 steps of the sales introduction, connecting questions just to get trust from the client, potential client. Then engagement phase where you're gonna get, it's a discovery phase basically. You're gonna get some situation where they are right now, where they want to go, what problems they have, how these problems are affecting them, the consequences of those problems, in the long run, how their life will be affected if they don't do anything, and what if they do something, right? What is the solution of those? So solution awareness, right? And when you do those, you can do like a feedback, give like a feedback of everything that you've talked about, and make them understand that they have this problem that is making them not achieving their goal, right? And they want to go from here to here, but that there's this problem that is not making them make the loop, make the jump, right? And so that's what you have to make them understand by their own, by asking questions. There's a lot of questions involved, right? After this in mind, you make a transition for your pitch, where the pitch, you basically quickly say what you do, how you do it, how this can help them, benefits, features of your product or service, and then you go for the close, you sell the price, and then you go for the commitment, some objections, you handle those objections, and you get the contract signed and the money in your bank. That's the goal, right, of the call. That's pretty much everything that you need to know about sales. Of course, in every single one of those points that I've said to you, there's a lot of things that you have to go into deeper details and train yourself. Find a role play partner. That's what's been my thing. Every week I have someone that I talk with, and then I have another guy. Every 2 days we have a role play. Even if I do so many calls every day, it's still important to test new things, right? So yeah, everything that I said in this video was a bit repetitive, but I hope this helps someone. And also, it's also important for me to understand where I was in this time frame. So that's pretty much it.